Today, I want to take you through a full day in my life using intermittent fasting. Specifically, I'll show you how I follow my own routine, which has made a significant impact on my energy levels, fitness, and overall well-being. This isn't just about skipping breakfast or hitting a target weight, it's about creating a lifestyle that works for you, based on your goals and daily habits. I've been following this approach for a while now, and it's really helped me not only manage my eating habits, but also stay in tune with my body. One thing I realized early on is that intermittent fasting isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. I had to experiment and adjust to find what worked best for me, what felt sustainable. And that's what I want to talk about today. How you can build this into your lifestyle without feeling restricted or overwhelmed. So let me break down how I do this. My eating window starts at 11 a.m. and ends at 5:30 p.m. I prefer a shorter eating window because I've found it gives me the most control over what and when I eat, while also keeping my energy stable throughout the day. I skip breakfast, but trust me, it's not as hard as it sounds once you get used to it. And I'll be sharing how I've adjusted my meals and workouts to fit into this schedule. In the mornings, I'm still in my fasting window. I start fasting after dinner at around 5:30 p.m., so I fast for about 17.5 hours before breaking it at 11 a.m. the next day. During the morning, I stick to water or herbal tea. I don't drink coffee, which surprises a lot of people because they often think caffeine is a must when fasting. But honestly, I found that I don't need it. Hydration is my main focus because it really helps me feel alert and stay energized. It's easy to mistake dehydration for hunger, so drinking water in the morning keeps those false hunger signals at bay. I'll admit at first the mornings were tough. I used to wake up hungry and immediately think about food, but now it's just part of my routine. One thing that helped me transition was understanding that hunger comes in waves. It doesn't build and build until it's unbearable. It peaks and then fades. So if you're just getting started, give yourself time. Trust me, your body will adapt. To stay productive and distracted from those early hunger pangs, I keep myself busy. If you're like me, working in the morning helps you push through. If I have a slower morning, I'll go for a light walk or do some stretching. Staying active really takes your mind off food. It also helps to remember that the fasting window includes sleep, which means you're already halfway there when you wake up. Let's talk about working out. A lot of people ask me, how do you work out without eating first? For me, fasted workouts work great. They're not for everyone, but over time I've built a routine that fits my body's needs. I do all my exercise before 11 a.m., still in my fasted state. This is when I feel most energized, and I've seen great results. Let's say I'm doing a spin class or hitting the elliptical. I keep it at a steady pace, nothing too intense. Some days I switch it up with road cycling or a run. On other days it's all about weightlifting and core fusion workouts. Weightlifting in a fasted state can be tough for some people, but if you're focusing on form and not going for max lifts, it can be a game changer. I know some people struggle with fasted workouts. If you're new to this, start with lighter sessions. Maybe a brisk walk or some yoga. Ease into it. The key is to listen to your body. If you feel weak or dizzy, slow down and don't be afraid to end the workout early. Over time, you'll build up stamina, and you might even find you prefer fasted training like I do. Alright, it's finally 11 a.m., and now it's time to break the fast. This is my favorite part of the day, seriously. After fasting for 17.5 hours, your body is ready to absorb those nutrients, and it's important to make that first meal count. I usually break my fast with a protein-rich meal. For example, I'll have a grilled chicken salad with avocado and quinoa. Adding some fresh veggies like green beans and grape tomatoes makes it not only nutritious but also filling. Sometimes I throw in blueberries if I'm craving something a little sweeter, and if I want variety, I switch it up with wild-caught pink salmon or tuna from my pantry. Both are light but packed with protein, which is key for muscle recovery after my morning workout. One thing I've been focusing on this past year is adjusting my macronutrient intake. I've gradually increased my protein intake, which is now about 40% of my daily calories. I've found this to be crucial, especially when doing strength training. Protein not only helps with muscle repair, but it keeps me feeling fuller for longer. On the flip side, I've lowered my fat intake to around 20%. I realized that even though healthy fats are important, too much was making me feel sluggish. My carbs are around 50 to 60% of my intake, which keeps my energy up, especially for more intense workouts. In terms of how I structure my meals, I keep it simple. I focus on two main meals, lunch and dinner. Sometimes I snack, but it depends on how active my day has been. Snacks for me are more functional, like Greek yogurt with blueberries or maybe a banana if I need a quick energy boost. I avoid unnecessary snacking because I want my meals to be more nutrient-dense. If you're someone who snacks often, ask yourself, am I snacking out of habit or am I actually hungry? That question alone can change the way you approach food. Fast forward to the evening, it's 5 p.m., and I'm getting ready for my last meal. This is where I like to keep things simple but nourishing. Tonight, I'm having baked salmon with roasted vegetables. I might add some navy beans on the side or green beans if I want a bit more fiber. Simple meals like this are easy to prepare and keep me satisfied through the night. If I want something different, I'll go for a tuna salad or fajita-style chicken in a sandwich. One of the biggest takeaways from intermittent fasting is how it simplifies my eating habits. I no longer think about food constantly, and there's freedom in that. The set eating window keeps me mindful, not only of what I eat, but when I eat. It helps me focus on nourishing my body rather than grazing all day. If you're new to intermittent fasting, my advice is to start slowly. Don't jump into a long fasting window right away. Maybe start with a 12-hour fast and gradually build up to longer periods. Also, give yourself flexibility. If one day you're feeling particularly hungry or fatigued, allow yourself a break. Fasting doesn't need to be rigid. It's about balance and listening to your body. And that's how I structure my day with intermittent fasting. I hope this video gave you a good idea of how to integrate this into your own routine. Whether you're aiming to improve your fitness, manage your weight, or simply eat more mindfully, intermittent fasting can be a powerful tool. Thanks so much for tuning into my channel. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more tips, strategies, and insights into living a healthier life. I upload new videos regularly, so hit the notification bell to stay updated. And as always, feel free to leave your questions or success stories in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you.